Nathan, congratulations, an absolute stunning performance here at Madison Square Garden. Not feeling well, under the weather, and you produced that. How have you managed that?
You know what? Full credit to the PDC. They understood yesterday. I did my media, but they kind of gave me the night off, and I needed it. I don't know what about food poisoning, 24-hour bug. I don't know, but I've without being brutal, I've got my money's worth out of my toilet in my hotel room. But yeah, no, I turned up and. You know, I knew I had a tough game against Matt. He's probably the toughest player out of the field, and I knew I had to produce some good numbers, and that's what I've done. You know, the 180s were flowing like pretty. I couldn't actually believe I kept hitting so many. But no, it was a great game, great support as always, and an amazing crowd. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow.
At one point, you're averaging 116. That's vintage, Nathan Aspinall. That's the game that you say is in there that we're not seeing enough of. It's now very close to coming out all the time, isn't it? Yeah,
it is, and you know what? I've not threw a dart since I had an exhibition on Saturday night where A.D. Lewis beat me yet again. But I've not threw a dart for 6 days, and you know, come out here. I said in interviews before, Kirsty's not with me, and I don't often say what I'm really missing because it's quite a lonely place when you're in your own air. But I said I'm trying to focus on the darts this week. The big prize money. I'd love to win another US title. The crowd are amazing out here, you know what I mean? They love Mr. Brightside, and you know, I've got a great support tonight, and you know, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Probably going to be Littler, fingers crossed it's not, but probably going to be Littler, and let's try and make it back to back.
He's already played.
Shows how much I want that.
He was on before you.
Was it really?
While you were preparing.
Well, I'm preparing, yeah. So I'm playing Littler, so we'll try and make it back to back once
again. You touched on Mr. Brightside there. We know how popular it is in the UK, but that American audience, but you're in the middle of them giving it some as well. They get it now as well, don't they?
Yeah, I think you know what's good as well. We do a lot of exhibitions, and anyone that's watched me in an exhibition knows that I come out with shell and I get on the tables, I get on the chairs, and I stand up and get even going. But the way that the walk on is, it gives you the opportunity to interact with the crowd a lot more. And you know, by the time I got halfway down the walkway, the chorus was coming in, so I thought, why not? You know what I mean? Turn them out and give them a bit. But they loved it. You know what I mean? It's been good for them to see a couple of American winners as well tonight. But yeah, great crowd. What an amazing arena, and I just can't wait to play again tomorrow.
Also, you've been up to Fifth Avenue. You see some gleaming new trotters and.
Yeah, they're from Funnels in Denton. Yeah, no, I think I need to grow up and stop wearing TN and stuff like that. So I got myself some new mallets. Thank you.
Obviously, you've not been paying that much attention to what's happened tonight, Nathan, but you've seen 2 American winners. Does that backstage? Does that get to the guys, or just that maybe mentally?
No, we do talk about it. You know, you're playing that league, and everyone's expecting the 8 PDC representatives to win. It doesn't work like that. It's darts, you know what I mean. And these guys are good dart players. Granted, you know, without being brutal, they've probably not got the ability that we've got at the top level, but they can come and turn it on one game. They get one game a year to make a name for themselves, and you know, anyone that wins, you got to take your hat to them. You know, fair play. You're playing Premier League player who plays on TV week in, week out. You've got one shot, and if you win, fair play. But yeah, no one likes to be the guy that gets beat, but you know, it happened second game, so it kind of gives us a little bit. I'm not the first to get beat.
That's the 4th time you've met Matt, I think, and the 3rd time you've averaged over 104. You like playing against him?
We said it before, you know, yesterday I was like, the one guy I don't want to play is Matt. I played Matt twice now in New York. Matt had a breakthrough year, in my opinion, this year. I love Matt to bits. We got on really, really well. We have a beer together after the darts. He's a great lad, and you know, he took the risk and commuted like he does. Fair play to him, and he's playing really, really well at the moment. But we always say we do have great games, and I do always play well against him. Don't know what it is. I actually like him. It looks like I don't like him, but I actually do like him. But yeah, another great performance against Matt, and we'll see what tomorrow brings.
You've been great on the European tour this year. What would it mean to get another one of these?
I've got to get one. I'm honestly, I'm craving a World Series title. You know, I've won one in my career in Vegas, but you know, I got to a final against Robert a couple of years ago, which I should not have lost. But I've not won one since 2019. I think I'm a better player than that. I said with Dan Dawson in the pre-match. Disappointed in how my World Series campaign's been this year. I'm probably last year, you know, I played every single World Series last year, and I wasn't even a seed. So I'm disappointed in how I'm performing on these stages. But like I say, this weekend is all business, and you know, I think I'm going to win it.
on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.